another inspiring live here in the Digimompreneurs. We are so happy and grateful that you are spending your evening with us tonight. Tonight's live is very special because we have an amazing guest who will inspire so many working professionals, parents, and dreamers who are looking for more flexibility and more options in life. Our special guest tonight is Coach Jay Way, all the
I,
way from East Toronto, Canada. She is a teacher by profession, like me, someone who truly has a heart for helping and educating others. But aside from being an educator, she also chose to step outside of her comfort zone and learn new skills that open doors to more opportunities. What makes her story powerful is that she did not wait for perfect timing. While balancing work and responsibilities, she decided to explore something new for herself and her future. Today, tonight, this morning, this afternoon, she continues to inspire people by showing up and telling them that ordinary people can create extraordinary changes in their lives when they stay open minded, teachable, and willing to grow. So, tonight, yes, tonight, we are excited to hear her journey, her very inspiring story, her lessons, and the wisdom she can share with all of us. So, by the way, I will just let Sis Sally get in our live because Sis Sally is already here. Okay, welcome, Sis Sally. And yeah, so everyone watching, please help me welcome our very inspiring special guest, Coach Jayway from Toronto, Canada. Let us give
Welcome, Coach
Coach
Jay.
a
Welcome.
big round of applause.
thank you. Thank you, everybody.
So now, let us introduce first ourselves, co-Digimompreneurs. By the way, I am Mary Chris. I'm a fourth grade teacher here in New Mexico, USA, and I'm also a digital business mentor. And yeah, I have three young adult children that are studying college here in New Mexico, USA, and they are my greatest why, my family, why I joined this digital business. And yeah, I'm still working as a fourth grade full time teacher in the elementary. And I'm so inspired. That is why I'm so excited because our guest is also a teacher like me. So that's from me. Sis Divina, please introduce yourself.
Hi, Coach Jayway. Thank you for saying yes to this interview. I know that you are very busy because you are already have a big group. So thank you so much. So my name is Divina, originally from the Philippines, and I'm here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. A mom of one and a grandmother of three beautiful kids. And I joined this business is because of my greatest why. I want to retire early. Ho ho. Yeah, because it is very possible in this business. Back to you, Sis Marquez.
Thank you so much, Sis Divina. Sis Del, please introduce yourself.
Yes. Good afternoon or good evening, Coach Jay. My name is Del. I'm coming from Cebu and I'm here in Tennessee, USA. So I'm
Nice.
also a wife, a mom, and also a grandma. So I had a 5 months old little boy right now. And then I work in the healthcare, and I'm a farmer and a baker and a proud digital business owner. And of course, I joined this business because of my family, are my biggest why, and as well as I want to retire early. I don't want to wait for another 20 years to
That's great.
retire early. So thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Sis Del, and Sis Sally will just introduce later. So
Yep.
let us go right
Okay.
away to our live interview with Coach Jay Way. And Coach Jay, before you will answer our first question, please introduce yourself and we were welcome you warmly here in our Digimompreneurs Live. Welcome, Coach Jay, and please introduce yourself before we will ask you the first question.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for having me. It was really, really nice of you to get a hold of me. And that's one nice thing about this, our community that we have. We have so many people. I'm meeting you for the first, I think for the first time. Sometimes I see people at our meetups, but I'm really grateful to be here. My name's Jay Way. I live here in Ontario, Canada, actually just north of Toronto in Lake Country. So if anybody does follow me, they know I spend a lot of time on the lake and on our boat. So our boat is kind of like our floating cottage, I like to call it. My lighting's a little bit. Woo, I'm on the main stage now. And I was an educator for many, many years, primarily with young children. And yeah, I don't know, as time went on and I was getting older, I know a few of you were saying about retiring early. That was on my mind all the time. But we were taught to, go to school, get the job, and then work till 65 and 70. And then, and then you can retire. And I just really didn't want that. I wanted to change my life, but I didn't know how at the time. So yeah. Yep. And that's the beginning of my story. So I know you have some questions for me.
Coach Jay, we are just so excited. And let us start the ball rolling and let us go to question number 1. Sis Divina, please read question number 1.
So, Coach Jay, can you share a little about your journey from being a teacher to building an online business alongside your profession?
Yeah. So when I first was thinking of earning in another way, I didn't want to give up teaching, but I thought there must be something out there that I can do. I knew everything was going online. So we're going back 6.5 years now. And I was a fish out of water. I went to school to teach children. That's what I knew, but I did know everything was going online. I wasn't living under a rock. And so I saw an ad and I'm thinking, these people are going across Canada and they can do their business from wherever. And I'm a big traveler. And I thought, this intrigued me because I love the portability of it. And so as I dove in deeper, when I did jump into this business, like I said, I didn't know too much, but I knew that this was a whole business in a box, and I was able to do it alongside of teaching until it gave me choices, basically. So I really love that, I could go to work, do my work, and then come home, and my business was always running, but that I could work on it at night or in the pockets of my time. But I learned early on, once I start seeing this whole business and what it actually can change in your life, I started spending more time on this because I knew this business would get me retired. I had 14 years left in the school board, and nothing was changing. I was already capped at my pay. So I knew that this would change everything, and it has for me. So about 1.5 to 2 years into my business, I was able to resign from the school board. So, yeah. But I love the fact that when you were saying here, being a teacher and building alongside your profession, you can do that. It doesn't matter what background, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you're, in the trades or you're a nurse or wherever, this business is from here. So that was very intriguing for me. So you can definitely do it alongside what you're doing.
Thank you so much, Coach Jay, for answering our first question. Wow, I know so many people listening right now can relate to that feeling of wanting something more while still loving what they do professionally. I love how your story shows that you do not have to quit your passion to explore new possibilities. Sometimes we just need another vehicle that can support the life we truly want. And now you're already experiencing time and financial freedom. That's really inspires us a lot. So, Sis Divina, what is your reaction of the answer of Coach Jay for question number 1?
Yeah, that was great because I love our business. It's because of the flexibility. We can do it alongside with our own job, and then the pockets of time, 1 hour of our business, and then it will give you freedom really because we have automation too, right?
Yeah.
So that's how this business is very flexible.
Very flexible. Yes.
Yeah. Unmute yourself, sis.
Yes, thank you so much, Sis
There you go.
Divina. And let us go now to question number two. Sis Del, kindly read question number two.
Yes, Coach Jay, this is your question number two. So, what was the turning point that made you realize you wanted more flexibility and option in life?
Well, there was a few things. At the time, of course, I mean, I love teaching. That was my passion, and that's what I went to school for. But there were some things happening in my life. I was getting older. So when I started this business, I was 48. I'm 54 now. 53. I don't even know.
Oh,
54. I don't even know how old I am. So that was happening, and I thought, wait a second, I have 14 years left. Do I really want, I want to live life now. I had some friends that were being diagnosed with things. I'm like, okay, life is short. I want to live it how I want to live it. And then my husband had a bout with his back and he couldn't get out of bed one morning. We thought he was paralyzed. He was having a lot of problems. And that scared me because if he's not working, how are we paying the bills? Are we going to lose everything that we have? So that started stirring things in me. My neighbors across the road, they built their dream home. I was watching it being built right on the lake. And one day she came over to me and she said, he's got stage 4 cancer and he's going to see it complete, but he's not going to be here. And she said, I just want to say something. She didn't want to like pry into her, but she just said, are you traveling? Are you living the life that you want? And I said, well, actually, not really. And she said, we waited all our life. We had the means to travel, at times, but we thought we'd wait till retirement and build our dream home. There's our dream home, but he's not going to be here. And that really stirred up a lot of things like, what is it that I'm waiting for? And I decided, Jay, get out of your own way, get out of your comfort zone and try this business. And I've never looked back. And that was the big turning point. And the one other turning point was I was in the staff room with teachers and they were talking about, like, how they, sometimes we talk about the day. And one teacher said, oh, I've got 12 years left to retirement. Another one, I've got 8, I've got 5. And I realized what they were talking about. And that's when I sat there and went, whoa, I have 14 because I started later in the school board. I have 14 years left. I've already been doing this for 20 some years. And Jay, you have this business in a box right here. Take it seriously. This is going to get you retired. I already know what I have, with that. And the rest is history. So those were a lot of the turning points for me to
Wow.
get to wake me up, basically. Yeah.
Wow, that is so powerful. Because Coach Jay, many working professionals and parents are silently feel the same way. They
Yep.
want more time with family, with less stress, and more freedom to enjoy life
Yeah.
without constantly feeling exhausted. Thank you so much for being honest, and that is really very relatable, Coach Jay. Thank you so much for
You're welcome.
answering our second question. Now let us go to our third question. But before that, Sis Del, what is your reaction of Coach Jay's answer in question number two?
Yes, thank you for the sharing for your journey, Coach Jay, because I know all of us have a realization or turning point. That's what one of the reason we join in this business. So I myself have also some realization why I joined this business because of my family
Yep.
and a lot more than that. So
Yep.
okay, so yun lang. That's
Oh,
it, Coach Grace.
thank you so much, Sis Del. And now let us go to our next question. Sis Sally, before you read the third question, kindly introduce yourself. Go ahead, Sis Sally. Unmute yourself. Thank you.
There you go. I'm so sorry. I'm getting in and out, in and out. My internet is not stable. Hi, Coach. How are you today?
Hello. Good. Thanks.
Good? Yes. Regardless what the day is, what the weather is, we're here showing up for our business,
Yes,
right?
for sure.
So, my
Yes.
name is Sally. I am currently living here in Fort McMurray, Alberta, Canada. Up north, really up north.
Really up
And I'm
north.
also a mom of two young adults, a wife, and that's my main reason why I was starting this business, because I wanted to retire early as well, and we can enjoy, right?
Mhm.
And I'm still having my full time job aside, alongside with my side hustle as well. I'm doing this. What you said, in the pockets of your time.
Yep.
So there's no actual excuse that you're saying you're busy. No. If you have a big dreams and a big goals for your family,
Yeah.
there's no busy actually. Because every single hour, minute, and seconds of your time is valuable, right? So my question for you today is, how has your lifestyle changed since learning how to work remotely while still doing what you love as an educator?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, I'll remember I'll remember the day I resigned. I was on the back of my boat and I was going to push the button. I was giving up my seniority, like everything. But I believe in this system. It's already, it changed my life. And I just, I was on my favorite place, right? We go to this, place called the Wabick up on the river. So I was at my favorite place. I was on the back of my boat. And I remember pushing that button and resigning. And it was just kind of like a sense of, oh, even that it was almost the same sense as when I started this business. And I want you to know, I was a fish out of water. Like I didn't even know what a Zoom was. I didn't know what a Go Live was. I didn't know much about social media. But when I saw this business in a box and the whole system, I knew it was something special. And I knew if I could just learn, right? You can do anything when you learn something, right? So just like when I was a child learning to ride a bike, I wanted to ride my bike so badly, and I just, even if I fell and I kept going and going and going, I was able to do it. So I always say to people, if you really want something bad enough and something to change, like nothing's going to change unless you change. So I knew there was some learning ahead, but it was worth it. It's worth it. And now things have changed. I get up when I want. Like my alarm clock hasn't been on in, I don't know, 4 years. We just got back from a 10-day cruise. We were in February in Dominican. Like that was my big why. I want to travel and not at teacher times. I want to travel, to places not just at Christmas or March break. And I remember the first time we were in Costa that year alone when I resigned. That October, that was in August. The boat was put away. October we went to Disney because that's where our honeymoon was. So we went there for our 25th, or I forget what it was now. And then we we went away again in Costa Rica. I think it was in January. And then we went to we went on a 3-week, which I have never gone away that long because
Wow.
you have to get back to work. And we
Yes.
went to Portugal and we stayed there and we caught a ship and we did a 12-day cruise to like Spain and Belgium and the Netherlands, and it was just, and England, and it was just beautiful. And I remember saying, like, I was in my, well, I was 50. I'm thinking, is this the first time I can actually go away more than a week? Like, what's wrong with that? Thinking. And that's when I just knew that, man, it was worth it. It was worth to put the work into it. And it's changed everything. Right. And now I get to inspire the people that you can do anything you put your mind to. You just got to believe. Right. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And I don't have to make my lunch.
Wow, that's amazing.
I used to hate making lunches.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have to
Yes.
do that anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely love that, Coach Jay. It really shows that that flexibility is possible.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing is that technology has opened doors for ordinary people to learn new skills and create opportunities from anywhere. Can't you
Anywhere.
see? Coach J is just cruising all over the world and she can do it anytime, anywhere. Why? Because of this digital business. And
Yes.
you know, Coach, your story gives hope to so many viewers tonight, this morning, today, this afternoon. Why? Because, like you, uh, you cannot believe that it is possible to travel for 3 weeks or whenever you how many days you want. So that is really amazing. That's my
Yeah.
dream too.
Yeah.
And says Ali, what is your takeaway and what are your sharing there?
Oh my
Reaction,
goodness.
her
Like,
answer, Coach J's
if you
answer.
are watching today, or you might be encountering this on one of our pages or Facebook, if you were not motivated to do what is your desire, I don't know what to say anymore. If you are not inspired with Coach Jay's story, what else you could share,
Yeah.
right? So whoever is watching, make this story yours as well because it's possible in this business.
Yeah.
If we can do it, guys, you can do it as well. And if you don't change, nothing will change.
Yeah.
Change will start at us. It should start with us.
Yeah.
Change in everything. Like right
Well,
now,
you
we
have
are
to see your worth, right? You have to see
right.
your worth. What is it that you want for your life? I hear it all the time. Oh, I wish I could do this, and I wish I would say then do something about it, right? Like I
Right.
had to say to myself, Jay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
quit talking about it and find something. I just didn't know at the time. I didn't know. I literally typed in how to earn online. That's how I started because
That's
I
right.
didn't know what was out there.
That's right.
What I did know, I didn't want to sell. I didn't want to have house parties. I didn't want all that. And when I saw this whole system, oh man, I didn't even tell my husband. I I started like, oh,
Yes.
by the way,
Oh my
and he's
goodness.
like,
Yes.
what?
That's right. Any one of
Yeah,
us, like
yeah,
me too. I'm so
yeah.
shy. I'm actually on and off go living because if I don't feel it sometimes, like I said, like, huh? And then not really comfortable with, especially if you're walking and someone is actually coming up, like you're actually meeting someone on the road. I stop immediately. Like, I mean, but this this business actually taught just teach us how to be you,
More confident.
the
Yeah,
confidence
and
that
yourself.
we need, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
little by little. It's not drastic change. Like, it's not
No,
also a drastic way to become a millionaire. It's not an overnight millionaire business, but you can do it. Whoever is watching, you can do it because
yeah,
everybody is doing it. We can do it as well. Thank you,
yeah.
coach.
Well, you have to have the right
Yeah.
system too, right? So obviously people start with their
Uh-huh.
why, but this system, it's proven, right? So if you want it bad enough, it comes back to you and your mindset. And again, what is it that you want for your life? And
Yes,
I talk to people every single day, and it really comes down to that. I mean, life's short. Like
that's true.
sometimes, I mean, for me, I wanted to retire early. I didn't have too many years,
Yeah.
right? I had to start building something sooner than later because it's
And that's
expensive.
right. And that's the beauty of this business
It's
as well
expensive.
because
Yeah,
there's no age limit.
yeah.
The
No,
only common denominator here is you.
yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank
Welcome.
you so much, Coach Jay. Thank you so much, Sis Sally. And now let us go to our fourth question. Sis Del, kindly read question number 4.
Yes, here's the question number 4, Coach Jay. What challenge did you face in the beginning and how did you overcome them?
That's a good question. There was a few challenges, and again, I had to get my mindset in check. I'm a big mindset person, but I knew I had to kind of switch to the business mindset, not just an employee. And once I did that, things really started to shift. And another challenge would be again, social media. I didn't know the platforms, but our training is so step by step and video form. I just learned. I just learned. And I'm continuing to learn every day. So it was a challenge, but it wasn't. It was just something that I had to, if I wanted this type of lifestyle, like any business, you're going to put your time into it. So that was a little bit of a challenge. I mean, there were some people around me skeptical. They were like, Jay, what are you doing? You know, why would you give up that? And they hadn't seen the system. They didn't know what I was doing. Now I have teachers saying, okay, I have children yelling at me and you're on a cruise again, so again, I'm just, I don't know, those were a little bit of the challenges, but I think I was just focused in what I wanted, because no one's paying my bills, no one's, I just found everything that I needed once I started. Because at first I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? And then when the training was open to me, I'm like, oh, okay, step by step. There's no rush. And then I just, and the fact that I always had a mentor or a coach. It's not like you're given this business and you're by yourself. I've never had one question not answered. My name's Jay Way, but they used to call me JY because I always ask questions. Maybe it was a teacher in me, I don't know, but I mean, this was my business and I was the CEO and I didn't have anybody telling me, so those were a little bit of a challenge to, again, shift my mind into that business mindset and, take it seriously and learn every single day. And I continue to do that. I mean, that's the easiest way to, if you want to call it a challenge, but it's worth it because my life has changed because of it. And I would encourage anybody out there, you can do anything you put your mind to. And don't let anybody tell you you can't, because you can. And I'm a big believer in that, and putting that energy out and having it come back. And I always say I do Mindful Mondays on my page, and I've done it for 6 years. I think I've missed maybe 2 Mondays. And, I always talk about the mindfulness and really savoring life, because I find we're just in a rush and we're going, going, going. And so this business has brought me back to the now, in a sense, that I can actually enjoy my gardens. I can enjoy my life. And so when those little challenges come up, I learn, I deal with it, and then I get to enjoy. And yeah, I'm thankful. I really am. I'm glad that I got out of my own way, because I was a little stubborn at first. Because when you get set in a career or something, it's comfortable. It's what I knew. But I knew that nothing was going to change to where I wanted to travel more, not get up to alarm clock, all my whys, see my aging parents when I want to. So I knew I had to change a little bit. And yeah, so you cannot overcome anything, really. You can. Yeah.
Yes, that is right. It's really, at first, it's very scary to go out of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
And me, I felt that one before I started this business. I felt so scared that what will happen, what if I fail? I have a lot of what
Yeah.
ifs in my life. I have a lot of what ifs in my mind. And I said, what
Yep.
if I'm not a tech savvy person? I don't know the
No.
skills that are needed to run a successful business. And what if what if I fail? And I
Yeah.
also,
What if you
yeah,
don't? What if you
yes,
what if you
you
soar?
are right,
Yeah.
Coach Jay. What if it will
Yeah.
work? Sometimes, in order for us to become successful and become a person with time freedom and financial freedom, we need to go out of our comfort zone. Because if
You do.
not,
You do. Like
yes,
dreams go to die in the comfort zone,
yes,
right? And if you're not willing to change, then you're going to live in the same life you have. It's as simple as that. Or do you want a different life? Are you willing to learn? If you can learn something new, you can do this business. It's for everyone in any language. Doesn't matter if you have a tech background, even if you don't have time, even if you don't think you have money, even if you don't think, you're good enough, you can do this business. You just can. It's just up
Yeah,
here.
mindset. Yeah.
Right?
yes,
Especially
Exactly.
changing from employee mindset to an entrepreneur
Yes.
mindset.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
Yeah.
Really hard to
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
Your routine.
Well, I would say my challenge now is really making sure I'm utilizing my time right? Because it's like, oh, the birds are out there. Oh, my pool looks good. Oh, I think I'll go on the boat now. But that's a nice thing. I can bring my business with me.
Yes.
And that's what excites me, is that it's so portable. I don't have to. I was saying this, I'll say this, when I was starting the business, and I said, okay, I saw the commission structure. If I'm going to be making that money, I want to be able to go away or whatever and pick how long, and not have to come back to a building, not have to come back to, right? When you have a brick and mortar, you're coming back to a building. I love that our businesses are portable wherever we want,
Yes.
wherever we
Yes.
want. And you get to enjoy your life while the business is running, and you can run it from anywhere. I do many go lives from my boat. I'm sitting on my boat and I kind of pinch myself. And my friends always say, why are you on your phone? I'm like, well, I'm working for 5 minutes, right? I'm working for 10 minutes. They're coming to, from a job that they have to get up at 4 in the morning, travel in traffic. And I'm like, have a good day. Like, I mean, I know what that was like, but it's like, and they're like, why can you do that? I said, well, it's choices. It's choices. I decided to do this. Right. So it's all about choices in life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's really amazing, Coach Jay. That is very inspiring. I'm so boosted with a lot of inspiration right now. Thank you for saying those really good experiences of this business. And Sis Del, what can you say about Coach Jay's answer for question number 4?
Yes, thank you, Coach Jay, for sharing and that you just said like it still really start in our mindset, right? Because mindset is everything. So before you can do anything, if you are not thinking what you wanna do next, it's look like you cannot get out there. You cannot overcome whatever you're facing. So thank you for sharing that. So before you get it,
You don't need to know everything.
yes,
You don't need to know everything to start.
yes,
Do you think I knew? I didn't. Like I said, I didn't know what a Zoom was. I didn't know. I remember my mentor saying, "I'll see you on Zoom." I'm like, "Zoom? What is that?" Like I didn't know.
yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
know. I sang songs with my
Yeah.
children, right? Like I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
that. So you don't have to have it all figured out when you start. Confidence grows after,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
All that comes after. You step by step.
Yes.
That's why I train step by
You
step.
learn as we go.
Yeah. People people talk themselves out of things
Yes.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that's true.
Thank you so much, Coach Jay, for all those inspiring words. And now let us go to our last question. Sis Sally, kindly read our question number 5.
Yes, oh my goodness. I was so inspired. Was really, really. The key here is you, the only you.
Yeah.
Coach, question number 5. What advice would you give to working professionals or parents who feel stuck and want to explore something new for themselves and their families?
Again, it's really, I mean, I remember sitting here digging deep, and I'm like, Jay, you can either continue to, not that it was a bad life, it just was, I didn't have that time freedom and the things that I wanted. And I would say to the working professionals, again, you can do this business alongside what you're doing until it gives you choices. And parents that feel stuck, I hear you, because I mean, I talked to hundreds and hundreds of families, and I know the big thing was, I feel like I have no time for anything, right? They're not spending time with their children. I was with their children, right? And I hear that. I could hear it from their hearts. And it takes that point. How bad do you want to change your life? And a lot of people tend to stay. Sometimes it's doubt. Sometimes the things you were saying, what if I fail, and what will people think? And that's probably one of the big things I hear from people. Who cares what people think? They're not paying your bills. So if you want to spend more time with your children, make it happen. If you want to travel more, make it happen. If you want to retire early, you do not have to work till you're 65. Trust me, I thought that's what I had to do. That's what we were taught. I'm old school. I just figured. And then I was looking at 65 and thinking, oh, I'm going to have to get a part time job. So, and a lot of people don't get pensions these days. So anything that when people are feeling stuck or when they're want to explore something new, do your due diligence. Like trust me, I researched before I started. I didn't want to be into anything that was shady, that was not legit. This is a proven system. I get a T4A every year. It's taxable. I don't know how much more of that could be real. Plus, I do show my face every day on social media for that transparency. And to me, explore it. Sure, that's why we give a free webinar to check it out. The next step, 149. It's a one-time fee, but you're not locked into anything. You have 30 days to look over the whole system, the commission, the business model, everything. If it's not for you, you refund. You get your 149 back. I don't know who does that these days, really. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you found anything like that, but for me, when I paid that 149, I thought, okay, Jay, that's like a dinner out. It's refundable anyways. Why not dip your toes in and find out everything? And I did. I wrote down questions. I asked. I had a strategy call. I asked my questions. That's what we want you to do. I mean, you should be a little skeptical, like in anything that you're looking at. And when I saw the system though, and the way it was, I dove in. Like, this is it. Because I had been looking for a long time. A lot of it was like either selling or bugging people or house parties. I just didn't want that. I was exhausted already getting home from work. I didn't want all that. So I love that the system runs. And so if you are exploring something new, really ask yourself, what is it that you want? Everyone has their why, and that's going to drive you forward or not. Again, it's mindset. You can live life the way you want. Sure, no one's telling you can't. But if you want to change, something has to change. You have to change. You have to learn new things. You think a person that goes and buys a Tim Hortons, they have to learn everything. They have to train. They have to show up every day. It's no different. Our business runs from here. It's digital. I can do it from a cruise ship, which I did. I was doing a coaching call on a beach in Costa Rica. I was doing one on the back of my boat, my favorite place in the whole world. And that's, so those are the types of things, when you dive into the system, you're going to see that. And you're not going to feel stuck anymore.
Yeah.
You just don't. Yeah.
That is really very amazing. And yeah, it's just good to know that when you have the options in life because of this business, you can just explore the world anywhere. Like Coach Jay, she did her coaching call in Costa Rica. Wow. So that is possible as long as
Cuba, you name it.
yeah.
I've been to all the beaches and I love it.
Wow.
Like,
Very
I remember my
inspiring.
husband saying, yeah, this is a pretty good, because he was skeptical at first. He goes, yeah, this is pretty good. And I remember, because we get our checks in the mail, and I remember I laid them out on the counter. And he's like, okay, yeah, I see them. Because he was skeptical, because he was scared for me, right? I'm doing this, and I didn't quit my job right away. I built my business until I was able to do that. And, I didn't even listen to him. I just did my thing. And
The world is our office.
it is. Yeah. It's cool. And you can plan your schedule how you want. So those parents that are feeling stuck, what would it mean to you if you could go to your children's functions? I know I used to get calls all the time. Oh, I can't make it today. I have a meeting, and oh man, I'm missing out. And can you take a picture for me? Like, it just, right? And I used to run, child cares even, and I had to take pictures of their child's first step. And they weren't even my children. Like, it's a big deal. So parents that feel stuck, there's other options out there. Right.
Yeah.
And, and again, there's many young women and men in this business that have young children that get to spend time with their children.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is really so true. That advice, Coach Jay, is truly encouraging. Sometimes people are only one decision away from
Yeah.
changing the direction of their lives, not because everything becomes easy overnight, but because they finally choose to believe that something better is possible for them and their families. Thank you so much,
You're
Coach
welcome.
Jay. And Sis Sally, what is your reaction of Coach Jay's very inspiring words and answering
It
questions?
is. It is. Oh my goodness. Like what she said, if what did you said earlier? You said like if you don't get if you get stopped and if you don't change, you will be in the same place next year,
Yep.
next 2 year, or next more years, right? So
Yep.
make it that way. Like how would you see yourself in the next 5 years? I think that's
Yes.
motivate.
And that's what I said to
Yeah, right.
myself.
It
Yep.
motivates a lot of person.
Well, think of it this way. I knew I had 14 years left. So even if this business in 5 years I was able to retire, it's worth it. I just shaved off what, 9 years or whatever, right?
Right.
But it happened in a year and a half, just under 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's insanity when you think I worked 30 years and what is it that I didn't have
Yeah.
savings.
So
I was scared about retirement,
yeah, that's
right?
right. Do the math, guys. Like
Yeah.
I mean, you work in 3 decades. You don't want to
Yeah.
work more 15 years to
No.
retire. Do the math.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
your retirement pays you a lot? Because
Yeah.
it won't. It
That's
will
right. And
never.
my health. Like I have my health
Yeah.
now, but I know a lot of friends, they were young and they were getting diagnosed. I'm
Mhm.
thinking, oh my gosh, like get living,
Wow.
get living. And that's kind of, kind of jolted me out of my comfort
Hmm.
zone. And then my husband, maybe not being able to walk, but he had surgery, so he was able to walk. But
True.
all those things can happen in an
That's
instant.
right. Yeah.
And you're right.
And I wasn't
You're right.
prepared. I wasn't
Yeah.
prepared.
If you do
Yeah.
your retirement at the age of 65, it's not enough, and you end up
No,
looking for a part-time job. That's
I'd be at
exactly what's
Walmart
going on right now. Even here,
or somewhere
I've seen
doing
a lot of
yeah,
retiree. They're working in
yeah,
Walmart in the entrance for the
yeah,
Salvation Army donations. Like very
Great.
yeah,
easy. Just sit there and wait for some people to donate. We don't want that to
yeah,
happen to us. That's why we are here, guys. So if you were
yeah.
not um actually convinced and inspired by the story of Coach Jay, I don't know. Like I mean, this is really legit.
Here, here's a funny
Figure
here's
it
a
out.
funny story.
Figure it out. What
I
would you
always
like to
giggle.
do before Christmas?
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
Christmas, right?
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Yeah.
I always giggle when I'm in the airport and they'll say, "You're at gate 34." And you're like, huh? It's like 3 miles down. And I'm thinking, I'm glad I'm traveling now and enjoying, we were in, I think it was Costa Rica, and I wanted to zip line. I wanted to try new things. And there was a lady there and she said, and she was 75. I'm like, oh man, if she can do it, I'm doing it. And then as time went on, this business has really built my confidence. And just last year, I jumped out of a plane, and that was my goal. It was so, it's funny because it's mindset.
Yes.
And when I was up there, I did the 15,000. It's called the moonshot.
Oh my God.
And I remember sliding up. The first girl went out. She went out at 12,000. I'm like, there she goes. She's whoosh. And then I moved forward to the door and I got on my knees because I had my
Yeah.
person on the back. I was calm as could be. I'm like, let's do this. My mind was already set how it was going to be. And we just went out and it was so peaceful up there. And I said to myself, Jay, you can do anything you put your mind to.
That's
You can.
Yeah.
And this business has really built. I always say it's not just about money in this business. You're really going to grow as a person and your confidence, and you just will, because you're learning about yourself, and that's, to me, is more than the money, right? And able to inspire others and help other people live the life that they want.
Yeah. In a big way.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Life.
And yeah, thank you so much, Coach Jay. And now let us hear Sis Divina with her short invitation of our live webinar. Go ahead, Sis Divina.
Okay, guys, ladies who will watch this replay later, I would like to invite you to watch our complimentary webinar every Tuesday and Thursday, guys. Maybe this is the start of your journey. Watch this complimentary webinar. It's really complimentary. So watch this, ladies. Here, which one do you choose?
I'm actually hosting next
Oh,
Tuesday.
Oh,
Not that I want people to wait, but if you want to catch me, I'll be the host next
there
Tuesday.
okay,
you go.
so yeah,
Yeah.
explore, guys. If you want to explore this online digital business, we have a complimentary every Tuesday and a Thursday, 6 p.m. MST time, or just have to convert your time zone, and this is the start of your journey if you join us. That's from Mrs. Marquez.
Thank you so much, Sis Divina. Coach Jay, thank you so much for sharing your story, your wisdom, and your heart with us tonight. Your journey reminds us that we are never too busy, too late, or too ordinary to start building something new for ourselves and for the people we love. To everyone watching tonight, today, we hope this live inspire you to stay open-minded, keep learning, and believe that more options are possible, most especially in the digital business world. If this conversation encouraged you, feel free to reach out to any one of us, ask questions, and connect with us. Thank you again, everyone, for spending your evening with us. Coach Jay, thank you so much. And we will see you in our next live. Good night and God bless everyone. Everything is possible in the digital
Thank
business.
you.
Thank you, Coach Jay.
Thank
Thank
you, Coach
you.
Thank you,
Jay.
coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.